Georgia has codified de facto their citizenship by exception program, and it may not be as much as you are thinking. However, you still need connections to get it, and I'll go step by step in terms of how you realistically get it in 2025. Hello and welcome back to the Travel Report. Today we're going over how the new citizenship by exception leak in Beijing, China, impacts Georgia's trajectory and additionally their citizenship as a whole. As many of you know, I have been very positive towards Georgian citizenship. And as someone who lived here and worked indirectly and directly with the government of Georgia in various capacities, what realistically is known about the citizenship by exception program is still very little, right? And realistically, I feel it is something that is good that it's not known about, as it's not necessarily as ironclad as Georgia would like to make it. Now, of course, citizenship by exception is entirely based on circumstances that are able to be changed on a minister's whim. So it's not as codified, let's say, as a citizenship by investment program as is seen in, for instance, Turkey or Egypt. But it is very close. And of course, with my channel now being less about consulting, though you can still book a call right now for 15 minutes. I'm taking the last few consulting clients right now. Of course, I will still be doing a one-page PDF intake forms. Of course, that will also be linked in the description down below. And if you want jurisdictional supports and understanding on how to gain citizenship specifically, I'll be offering a productized service here in the future. However, of course, that will be for another date. That said, with Georgia's citizenship program, you have essentially a $150,000 to $200,000 price tag. Now, this is directly donated to the government. And often, if you want a public-private partnership, which is another viable alternative, or you want to look at future ways to do it, you will have to spend more and you will have to invest more. And realistically, I can't say anything other than the leak that happened in Beijing, but I can say that it's fairly simple to get citizenship here. It just takes capital. Now, of course, this flies in the face of investing $300,000 into real estate, which gets you immediate permanent residency. But the difference is, one, you are giving to the state directly, the other, you are investing. So you can almost immediately liquidate that property, and that property will then, you'll still have that permanent residency, albeit you would have to declare a new address as it is not under your name anymore. However, of course, if you want me to go over Georgian real estate more in depth, or perhaps you have another thing that you're looking at doing here in Georgia, you can feel free to subscribe down in the description or on my channel down below. Takes you a few seconds, and I would really appreciate it because I am doing this reporting for you for absolutely free, of course. That said, with Georgia being in a situation of lacking funds from foreign exchange and foreign direct investment going down, it does make sense as to why they would leak it in China, Beijing, as of course Western investors are not looking towards Georgia anymore. But that said, I think that as time goes on, as people start to dry up with foreign direct investments, they will continue to lower the costs and lower the requirement, so to speak, for people. And I think we're already seeing that pressure start to build. And so, of course, if you're looking at it, you may wait to see what happens. Of course, if you need to move right away, don't find Georgia to be particularly difficult to move to. I don't find it particularly difficult to set up a business and operate from. But if you are given that luxury of waiting, I would just wait and see on the citizenship by exception program. That said, of course, living here and operating here, as I did for 2 years, I feel it is a country that is invariably tied to the correct direction in terms of taxation and in terms of stability and asset protection, though I think that increasingly the courts are being politicized, and that's not amazing. And of course, that actually plays into the citizenship by exception ideation, which politicization of courts makes things harder if you are politically active, or of course you have some form of NGO, or you are trying to do certain things. And so, of course, with my new product, my one-page PDF breakdown for jurisdictional safety, I would love to go over your options and give you a jurisdiction that would fit your ideals and your ideation best. And so if you're looking for a one-page PDF document over exactly how to move and where to move and what to do with your money based on your situation, feel free to go down in the description, look at the Google Forms link, and fill out the information, and I will send you a link to pay for the service. That said, if you liked this video, feel free to like it. If you really liked this video, feel free to share it with your friends. If you are looking for a way to join me on this journey of internationalization and globalization, feel free to subscribe. It only takes a few seconds, and I would really appreciate it. With that said, this has been the Traveling Report, signing off.